Welcome to Plastic City. Our website is dedicated to the UK plastics manufacturing industry, where we link serious buyers to the best UK-based suppliers. I'm going to show you a quick tour of the site so you can understand how Plastic City can help your business. www.plasticcity.co.uk is our homepage. And from here there are two different ways to get around. You can either use the top menu along here and go to our services and click on the relevant section, or you can scroll all the way down and you can see there, by covering the different bases, you've got the moulders, you've got material, you've got ancillary, screws and barrels. I'll go through that in a minute, but basically, just to take you back to the top one, if you click on our services, you can then select any of the sections that you want from here. Just to take you along this top bar, explain what we've got here. Useful stuff is basically anything that might be useful to you guys working in the industry. We have the latest polymer prices which we update on a monthly basis. We've got a used machine online valuation calculator, energy consumption calculator, and as you can see, various other ones there. How it works is essentially tells you how the Plastic City website can function for you. Industry news, as it says, we have partner news on there, we have newsletter sign up. We have a review section. We have many reviews so you can see what people think about our website, or you can post your own review. Contact us, as you would expect, is all our contact details. And we have a section for blogs. We do a weekly blog based on anything topical on the industry, and it's got quite a popular following now. Anyway, back to the functions of the site. Let's stick on the home page and let's go down. You can either use the search engine there and you can put in anything you like. If you want to buy hopper loaders, you can pop hopper loaders in there, press search, and you'll go to any page that's relevant to hopper loaders. If you know what you want, you can come straight down here, and the top part is basically our IPQ section, which is basically intelligent plastic quotations. What we essentially do is we have at this moment in time over 133 of the best UK suppliers work with us on the site, and it's split across these different areas. We've got saucer moulder, so that's for any company that's looking for an injection moulder, extrusion, blow moulding, vacuum forming, rotational or special moulders. We've also got a section for raw materials, and in there we have the UK's top material compounders and distributors, master batch suppliers and purging agents. And the way it works is you choose from 6 suppliers to give you a quotation. I'll go into that in a bit more detail in a minute. And that same works for plastic ancillaries, screws and barrels, recycled material, asset finance, automation, tool makers, equipment suppliers, and service providers. This is where you can get your quotations. We have other resources on the website. We have a section for production capacity, and that's basically for companies who either want to find or want to advertise spare machine capacity they have. This applies to injection molding, extrusion, and all the other disciplines. Basically, a company will say, I've got an 800 tonner free, I've got 32 hours a week, and they can put it on there. So if you're looking for immediate capacity on a certain machine size, you can go in there and you can find it. Industry jobs is probably the most popular section on the website. In this section, you can find roles, you can post jobs, you can also put up your own profile as a candidate, and then companies, if they're looking for somebody with your profile, will contact you and talk to you about the job. We also have a very active used and surplus equipment and polymer section. Basically, we act as brokers. You want to sell molding machines, used molding machine, a used extruder, a used ancillary item, you've got some redundant material you want to move, then you can go into this section and you can post it in there. And obviously, if you want to find some used equipment or material, then you can go and look in there and you can pick yourself a bargain up. We also represent a company that manufactures plastic promotional products. All these are UK manufactured, so if you want to promote your company using UK manufactured plastic parts, then you can go into this section and you can purchase through us various different plastic items. Okay, let's go into the quotation system and let's use, for example, the raw materials. The raw materials section will be split by general raw materials, compounded polymers, master batch or purging agents. If, for instance, you're wanting to buy some polycarbonate, you can go into the plastic raw material section. In here you will see the 6 excellent UK suppliers listed. If you want to find out details on them, you can just click on the information button. It tells you a little bit about them. You can go to their website, see where they're located. But essentially you decide which ones want to give you a quote by putting a tick into the box. So you might decide, I want those 3 companies to quote. If you don't want to fill in the questionnaire, you can just tick there and you can just put into the comments box what your question is, or you can quickly fill in a very simple form. You can come down here and you pick the material that you require. So in this case, let's say polycarbonate. If you have an existing grade that you would like the suppliers to quote for their equivalent, you can pop the grade in there. If you know the MFI, you can pop the details in there. You tell them what process you're looking at your manufacturing in. You can describe the product. You can put in the color, if there's any filler, and the filler percentage. And quite simply, you put in the volume that you require, what your required delivery date is, the location, any special comments you may have. Fill in your details there. Say if you're happy for the companies to contact you by telephone, or if you only prefer email, you can state it there. Confirm you're a UK company. As we said before, we are dedicated to the UK industry. You fill in the capture code to stop the spammers, submit for quote, and those questions will go to the selected suppliers. Now this works for all the sections I showed you before. So that works for raw materials, master batch and purging agents, plastic ancillaries. Let me show you ancillaries as well. If you go into, let's say you want to buy a conveyor, you can choose which type of conveyor you want. Let's say you want a horizontal to incline conveyor. You can see again we have the UK best suppliers listed here. We have Summit Systems, Krizav, represented by Piervan, Motan, Renmar and Genco. You basically pick from this graph, decide which conveyor you require using those dimensions there. You put in which one you require, so you have the choice down there. You then have a series of other quite standard questions. You want standard speed, what kind of belt you want a variable speed. The information button, if you just hover over it, tells you what it is. So what is a screw separator, and it shows you there some pictures, and you can say yes, I want a single, I want a double, number of units required, delivery date, any comments you may have, and again same system, details in, and you send it off for a quote. The companies you've selected will then come back to you, usually quite often the same day, but certainly by the next day they'll come back to you with a quotation. And this works for the following items: all the plastic ancillaries, of which you've got conveyors, material handling equipment, material dryers, you've got chillers, you've got more temperature controllers and granulators and shredders. You've got plastic raw materials, you've got master batch purging agents, you have recycled material. Now recycled material works in a slightly different way. You can buy recycled material, or you can offer your plastic scrap that you have to the companies that are listed. Screws and barrels, again it works the same, except in this situation now you've got both injection molding or extrusion, and you can quote for new, or you can quote for refurbishment of your existing units. Again, we have, in this case we've got 6, I think it is, of the best UK screw and barrel manufacturers listed. This is the same for asset finance. If you would like hire purchase, operating lease, again you put in your details and the brokers will come back to you with the best deal that they have. And again, the brokers are dedicated to the plastics industry, so which is something which we stipulate. These are not general finance suppliers. These guys are focused purely on the plastics industry. Okay, so that's how the quotation system works. Now this also works the same for equipment suppliers. Okay, equipment suppliers is slightly different because the other sections had you had a choice of suppliers to choose from. In this case now we are populating this as we speak, and for instance if you require some hot runners, you click on this section here. So what you can see is now you've got a company, TA Services. It tells you a brief description of what they offer in terms of the hot runner controllers. You can contact them direct, you can read reviews, you can go to their company website, You can click there for the temperature, for the telephone number. You can click here for a full profile, or you can request a quotation. This is the same for everybody who sits in the equipment suppliers area. If you would like to list your company, if you are an equipment supplier to the industry, you just click on the button. It says list your company, and that's all done online. We're now building up the prime machinery side, so we will soon we've got blow molding, extrusion. We actually do have an injection molding machine supplier, but very shortly this will be populated with all the prime machinery suppliers. This is a relatively new section, as you can see by the number of companies there, but very shortly we'll be looking for at least 2 in each of those areas to give the industry an excellent choice of suppliers out there. The service providers. And this has proved an excellent section because there's nowhere really for service providers to advertise for a competitive rate. So if you want people like freelance service engineers, automation programmers, energy management companies or individuals, machinery movers, this is where you find them all. So for instance, you want somebody to help you with troubleshooting, process optimization. You click on this area here. I apologize, it's a little bit slow today. There we go, sorry about that. Right, so you can see we've got a few companies listed here. Plasology, we've got AST Technology, and these companies are available to help you with process optimization. Same thing again, you can request a quote, you can contact them direct. You've got a company website, if they've got reviews they'll be listed there as well, and you can click on here for a full profile. So you click on the full profile for Plasology. And you can read a lot more about the company. Like I said, you can find a brochure there, further what they wanted, what they've downloaded against their profile, request quotes or information. So, service providers, as you can see, has an awful lot of companies in there. And again, this is an area that's really expanding, and it's a great area for people to offer their service to the industry for a very low subscription, and it's the only place really focus on the plastics industry for these guys to put it in. We've got specialist service engineers, we've got training facilities, product designers, companies offering production monitoring systems. So you can see all the way down. We've got tool repairers in there, we've got people who do flow analysis, people who do prototyping, quality control. We've got specific dedicated industry insurance people and companies that offer CE certification. This will continue to grow as more and more companies who offer services decide to join us. Okay, one thing I did forget about to tell you when we were going through was on the quotation system, we've also got an area now for automation. This was quite recently added, and we're just populating this with companies now. We were very fortunate that we had the industry's largest, the world's largest robot supplier joined us recently, and that was Yushin. So we now cover the following. You can get quotes for end-of-arm tooling, sprue pickers, beam takeout robots, side entry robots, industrial 6-axis robots, and full automation systems. We are now populating that. We've got a few in there already, but we're populating this, and very shortly we'll have all the best UK companies in there. Okay. So let's take you to. So that's basically the IPQ system. So you can go in there and you can get quotations from the UK's best suppliers without calling them. You can get information on them, and if you only want them to contact you by email, it's a great way of checking is your existing supplier competitive, or do you need to find a new supplier, or you just want another quote. This is a great way of making sure that you're doing a good job. And the same with the tool making section, which again was a fairly new addition. Oh, fortunately that hasn't worked. So let's go back to where we were. Right, so what else we got apart from the quotation system? We have source and molder. Source and molder basically is for companies who want to find new molders, or who want to make a plastic part in the UK and don't know how to make it. Or they've got an existing molder and they want to find new ones. So this is, you can see the different technology we cover. If a company comes in unsure of their requirements, they can click on there, tell us what they want to do, and then we'll basically recommend, should they be looking at injection molding, rotational molding, vac forming, and point them towards the suppliers on our website. If, for instance, it's injection molding, then you decide you want to find a good injection molder in the UK. Bear in mind, in each section we always have a maximum number of suppliers. Usually it's 6 in the injection molding section, because it's such a large business. We limit this to 6 in the north, 6 in the Midlands, and 6 in the south. And we've tried to spread it as much as we can. We've got companies who specialise in small machines, some specialise in automotive, some specialise in large machines. So we've got a spread there. You can see the companies there in the north of the UK. We have companies there from 35 to 420 tons. We've got a company there that goes to 650. Then of course we've got one that goes up there to 1500. So again, they can click on the information button to get details on that company. They can read about the company, they can see what they do, they can see what shot weights they have, what specialist markets they work in, development facilities they have, additional services that they have, what quality accreditations, and any other useful information. You decide which companies you would like to get a quote from. Again, same system, ticks in the box. So we have 6 again in the Midlands there. We have companies up to 3,000 tons in some cases. We've got companies in the south. So you choose. You can usually find a local company. A very simple questionnaire, description of the part. If you have a couple of drawings you want to attach, do you know the material, what your annual volumes, any other useful information you have. Put your contact details on there, same as before. Submit for quote, and the companies will come back to you. Now that's the same, very similar for extrusion, very similar for blow molding, very similar for rotational molding. We also have some other companies now. We have 2 structural foam molders there. We have some multi-material molders, and we have some insert stroke over molding companies as well. And again, if we do find other technologies that people require, we will add them to that portfolio there. So that's the source and molder section. So, used equipment. Do you have used equipment you want to buy, or used equipment you want to sell? Let's say you want to buy a used machine, or you want to just check out what's out there in the market. So what do you want? Injection molding machines, extrusion, bolt tools, ancillary items, redundant material stocks. You choose. Let's see, well, that's got the most. Let's go look at injection molding machines. If you want to advertise an injection molding machine here, it's completely free of charge to advertise it. You then choose. If you wanted just to sell it for a fixed price, you can select that, or you can say no, I only want to pay if you actually sell it, and then we work on a percentage basis. If you don't get a buyer through the website, then you pay nothing. So you decide what size machine you want. It splits across 0 to 200, 200 to 500, above 500 tons. You can click on them and go straight to it, or quite simple, just to scroll down. You can see the companies the machines we've got in here. We've got thumbnail images. This is a basic description of the machine. There's a Negrabossi there, 120 ton machine, so you might decide I want to have a look at that. You click on detail. you some better images of the machine, tells you where it is, gives you a bit more about the spec. Click on make inquiry, and the inquiry will be sent via us to the seller, which in this case is DM Machinery. If you actually have equipment, or let's have a look at one of the very popular parts of the site is redundant material, because again, where would you, if you got stuck with 10 tons of a certain material, where can you sell it? Well, PlastikCity is the perfect place. These are the stocks at the moment. We've got 24 lots of material available for sale. You can see we've got nylons, polyprops, HDPEs, PVCs, polycarbonates, santoprines. We've got master batches. If any of these actually work with you, there's 15 tons there, 10.5 there, there's 9 tons there. So if it works great, you can pick up some, because most of these people are just quite happy to move it on, so you can usually get it for a very good price. Okay, if you actually want to sell your used item, it's all done online. Very simple form. You just decide which section you would like your advert to go in. I apologise because I recorded this on a Sunday afternoon and the internet is a little bit slow. So you decide you've got an injection molding machine to sell. The form just comes up. I promise you, it does come up. Perhaps I shouldn't have recorded this on a Sunday. Here's the form. Quite a simple form. You just put your name, contact details, clamping force, condition of the machine. Fairly important. Manufacturer, model, type, shot weight. Fill in as much as you can. Obviously it helps. Asking price. You can upload your photographs and you choose. We can look to buy the machine if you want. You can pay 5% commission, only if we sell it though. You can withdraw the advert at any time, or you can decide on a fixed £120 advertising fee. It stays on there as long as you wish. We actively promote. We have a very active social media newsletter program. So as soon as new machines are put up there, we actively promote them out onto the web and into our very large database. So it's a good way of moving your machines or material. Okay, so the final one I think we should look at is jobs. This is the jobs available. PlastikCity has become probably, well, I think definitely the most active job site in the industry. As you can see, this is live, and you can see we have sales managers, setters, technical trainers, process technicians, maintenance engineers, more sales managers, demonstration engineers, quality engineers. So, tool makers. If you would like to, if you fancy some of those jobs, you click on detail. You say that you would like to apply for the job, and the company, you submit your details, and the company will then make contact with you. You can post a job quite easily and very inexpensively, which is probably the reason it's such a popular tool in the industry now. Because all the forms are done online, it's low cost to us, so we pass on those savings to you, to the industry. So what you do is, you want to post a job onto the website, fill in your name and address, but the contact information is not displayed on the site or provided to the applicant. Okay, so you want to put your own job in, contact name, email address. You can either put the name of the company or not. Activities of your company, are you a recruiting company, what the title is, and you can put in all the details there of the job. The cost is £160 for an entry, and that can stay on there as long as you wish for it to stay on. You tick there to confirm you're happy with the payment terms. You click submit, and we verify it's not spam, and we put it up on the website. And again, we do a jobs mailer every fortnight. We send them all out on our various social media and channels and newsletters. So again, there's no better place to get your job out into the industry. Third pretty important part of this, which has been a great service, is where candidates can advertise their own profile. This is essentially for somebody who's looking for a job, because they're looking for a job, we made a decision to not charge at all anything for this section. Many of these people were unemployed, so we felt it was unfair to do that. So candidates can put in their details, what kind of job they're looking for, what location they're looking for, and just scroll down to have a look. See job role you're seeking, what experience you have, your location, your salary expectation, which is optional, and what your availability is. Again, fill that in. We don't put anyone's name up there. We just put in what the information that's below your name and address. If a company would like to have more information on you, we send you the company's details. You then decide if you would like to get hold of the company or not. So that'll be your decision. So we do not give your name or address out to anybody. Okay, and then the final bit is actually if you want to view profiles of available candidates. So so any candidates at the moment that have their profiles on the website. So it's always worth looking if there is somebody that you're looking for, and then you can decide if you find somebody who might work for you. You can again just say you'd like them to make contact. We send their details to you, so you can see at the moment we have a few people down there. We've got somebody based in Cannock, somebody who's sort of UK based, and so we have quite a list of candidates there: extrusion managers, quality engineers, sales manager, plastics. So these are the people actually looking for jobs, and you might find somebody that's great for you. Okay, and finally we have the plastic promotional products section. We decided to add this one because essentially we are a marketing site, and we're here to promote UK manufacturing, and so we work with a company that manufactures in the UK plastic promotional products. You put your company name on, and there is various plastic items that you can use to promote your company. They actually say that these are a great way, very inexpensive way of getting your name out and to keep it in front of customers. So you can see the different industries that or different product sections that we cover, and you can find products. Just get rid of my Skype conversation. But you can see all the different ones: travel, leisure products, conference products, promotional products, desk and office products, and various other. See, you can just see now the images coming up. Again, I apologise that the internet's been so slow today. Perhaps everyone's slow on a Sunday. If you look at the, you can go in here and, as you can see, you can find items for drink bar accessories, food drink. There's sports bottles, there's rulers, or they can make bespoke products. There's golf products. But you can choose. Like I say, all UK manufactured, so you do know that if you're buying them, that they are made in the UK. So I think that's for us that was That was very important. Hundreds of products to choose from, so yeah, pop onto the website and have a look. Okay. We have an online help facility, so if anybody comes on there, doesn't know what they're looking for, wants some help, they click on here. We man this from 8 till 6, Monday to Friday, and if it's not manned, they can leave a message, and it's a live chat facility, so if somebody comes on and they want to make a moulding, don't know how to do it, they can chat to us, and that's again proving an extremely popular tool. Right, well, thank you very much for your time. The site will continue to grow. We will cover every single requirement for the industry. We've only been going 2 years, and already, like I say, we're working with over 130 suppliers in the UK. You will see they're all the best ones in the market, and that's one thing we stipulate: UK based, ideally UK manufactured products, but at worst it's got to be a good quality, not cost driven product. And so we want you to be sure if you're coming in and you find a supplier that they're better offer you good products with good service. Thank you very much.